Have you ever sat down on the couch, crossed your legs, and then suddenly noticed your cat sitting right next to you in almost the same pose? Maybe you go to bed, and, a few minutes later, they curl up in the exact same position. Or you walk to the kitchen, and like a fluffy shadow, they follow your every step. It starts to feel like your cat is copying you on purpose. Is this just your imagination, or is there real psychology behind it? Today, we're diving into the secret science of feline mirroring, why your cat seems to copy your routines, your posture, and even your moods. Stay to the end, because understanding this might completely change how you see your bond. Around the world, but especially in the US where cats live very closely with their humans, owners are asking the same question online. Why does my cat copy me? People share videos of cats stretching when they stretch, lying on laptops when they work, or meowing back when they talk. New research and behavior articles talk about cat mirroring, the idea that cats can reflect not just what we do, but who we are. That might sound strange, but once you understand how cats learn and bond, it starts to make sense. The first layer is simple. Cats learn by observation. They watch what works. If you always walk to the kitchen before feeding time, they quickly link your footsteps with food. When you sit at your desk, they associate that spot with warmth and attention. Over days and weeks, they start anticipating your pattern. That's why your cat might hop off the bed right before your alarm goes off or trot to the door before you even pick up your keys. They're not reading your mind, they're reading your habits. Sometimes that learning looks a lot like copying. For example, if you always sit on a specific side of the couch, your cat may start choosing the other end, mirroring your orientation. When you lie on your side, they may curl in a similar shape, back pressed against your body. They discover that being like you, close to you, moving with you brings comfort, warmth and predictability. To a cat, predictability equals safety. Mirroring your routine becomes a way to keep their world stable. There's also growing evidence that cats can mirror the emotional states and even the personality traits of their owners. Studies suggest that cats living with anxious or highly tense humans may show more nervous behaviors, while those with calm, confident owners may appear more relaxed and social. That doesn't mean you're causing every behavior your cat shows, but it does mean your energy and habits shape their environment. If you're loud and active, your cat might be more on edge. If you're quiet and gentle, they may feel safe copying that calmness in their own body language. Mirroring can also be a form of social bonding. In many species, subtle imitation builds trust. Think about how humans will unconsciously mirror each other's posture, tone, or gestures during a comfortable conversation. Cats don't copy us in the exact same way, but they do have their own signals. Lying in the same direction as you, blinking slowly when you blink, or joining you in the same room at the same times each day. When your cat sleeps during your nap or settles into their own work spot near your desk, they're aligning their rhythm with yours, almost like you're part of the same social group. Some cats go even further and seem to copy specific actions. There are viral clips and trainer reports of cats learning to high-five, ring a bell, spin in a circle, or even raise a paw when their human does. In those cases, imitation is strengthened by training and rewards. The cat learns, when I match that gesture, I get praise or treats. But even without formal training, a few cats naturally experiment with copying because they're curious and bold. If you clap and they swipe a paw, or you lean over and they lean too, it may be their way of testing if mirroring gets a response. Another form of copying shows up in your daily schedule. Many indoor cats adopt a sleep-wake cycle, surprisingly similar to their owners. Left alone, cats are naturally crepuscular, meaning they're most active at dawn and dusk, and they nap off and on throughout the day and night. But when they share a home with humans, research shows they often adjust their most awake periods to when their people are moving, talking, and available. If you're up late and sleep in, your cat may shift their energy to match. If you get up early for work, they become early risers too. It's not perfect synchronization, but over time, they copy your general rhythm. Sometimes people notice their cat copying behaviors that look very human-like, sitting upright, putting a paw on the remote, or staring at the TV when they do. These copies aren't usually about your cat wanting to be human. They're often about sharing your focus. If you spend a lot of time staring at one thing, a screen, a book, a window, your cat may decide that thing is important and investigate it too. Sitting like you, with paws on the same surface, can be their way of inserting themselves into your world, saying, "Whatever you're doing, I want in." Of course, not all mirroring is a good sign. If your cat starts copying your stress patterns, being more jumpy when you're tense, hiding more when you're anxious or shouting, or becoming clingier during your toughest times that can signal they're absorbing your environment in a draining way. Cats are highly sensitive to tone of voice, body posture, and household mood. A constantly chaotic atmosphere can make them hypervigilant, leading to stress behaviors like overgrooming, hiding, or aggression. In that sense, your cat may be mirroring not just your schedule, but your emotional up and down. So what can you do with all this information? First, recognize that your cat copying you is often a compliment. They feel safe enough to align with you. When they nap near you at the same time every day, or follow you into the bathroom like a furry bodyguard, they're showing that being with you is better than being alone. Lean into that by creating small rituals, morning greetings, evening play sessions, or a work-from-home break where you always give them a treat or gentle pet. You're reinforcing the idea that syncing up with you makes life predictable and rewarding. Second, if you want to encourage positive mirroring, model the behaviors you'd like them to feel. Move calmly around them, use a soft voice, and avoid sudden angry gestures. Keep your routines as consistent as your lifestyle allows. Cats love knowing what happens next. The more your habits follow a pattern, the easier it is for them to copy that rhythm and feel secure. A chaotic, always changing schedule might leave them clinging harder and shadowing you more desperately, because they never know when they'll next see you or get what they need. Third, pay attention to when mirroring becomes overdependent. If your cat cannot relax unless they're right next to you, cries loudly when you leave a room, or seems panicked whenever you change clothes or your routine, there might be separation anxiety or underlying insecurity. In those cases, gently teaching independence by creating engaging solo activities, safe hiding spots, and gradual calm departures and returns can help them feel okay even when they're not glued to your side. You can also have fun with mirroring in structured ways. Try simple training games where you raise a hand and reward your cat for lifting a paw, or where you sit on the floor and encourage them to sit opposite you. Use consistent cues and positive reinforcement. This taps into their natural tendency to watch and respond to you, and it builds confidence and communication. Plus, it looks great on camera for your channel. Remember that your cat is always watching you, probably more than you watch them. They know your footsteps, your morning routine, your it's treat time walk, your stressed body language, and your relaxed flops on the couch. When they copy you sleeping when you sleep, moving when you move, being where you are, they re-putting themselves in sync with the most important part of their environment, you. If this video helped you see your copycat in a new way, hit like, share it with a friend whose cat seems to shadow their every move, and tell us in the comments how your cat mirrors you the most. Do they copy your sleep schedule, your sitting style, or your moods? Don't forget to subscribe to Cat Psychology for more science-backed looks into the mysterious, adorable ways cats connect with their humans. Thanks for watching.